Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. This video follows up the previous video on the P301, P601 from Koch Chemie. One is a one-step, the other is a finishing glaze. The finishing glaze does not feel quite as slick as the P601, which is a sealant. I'm going to show you that right here. The block that's on top of the sealant just slides right off, where the Carnauba is just a little bit more grabby. They both look fantastic, glossy, and reflective, and we can put some numbers behind what we're seeing right here. Time to get a little out of hand, like some of those off-the-wall commercials that light everything on fire. Well, we're going to use a blowtorch. I really want to show you kind of what it looks like when a protectant fails because of extreme heat. Again, on the left, the P3, the P6 on the right. The P3 has Carnauba. Let's drag the panel outside. The P6 has a sealant. I don't expect the P3 to get through many washes at all, maybe a few, because Carnauba washes off quickly. The sealant on the right, well, I have seen some sealants integrated in correction fluids last at least past the 10-wash test. Let's find out. The beading is a lot stronger, higher contact angle than, actually the left side, the P3 sheets more than anything else. All right, let's get into the 10-wash test. We have 1 ounce of Adams strip wash and 1 ounce of Built Hamber's Autofoam, which is up there on the alkaline scale. We're going to do repeated washes, rinse, and we'll take a look and see if the areas change at all. As I expected, the areas with a little bit of Carnauba integrated into the formula didn't last very long. I didn't expect much. It's kind of what I've seen. On the right side, the sealant is doing rather well. We're going to continue on. Still holding up and protecting and beading rather nicely. I do want to share a little bit of a tip. When you're out shopping for shampoos, read the label, make sure there's no Carnauba gloss enhancers, hard water fighting agents, or really any type of polymers inside the wash that they like to sneak in there. because it will hide the characteristics of a coating, and then could take a few washes, maybe even a month, until you open up those pores again and the characteristics of the coating start to come back. So let's move on to the sealant killer, and that is Citral 266. We'll see how many rounds we can get through before that kills the sealant. Starting to take on more of a sheeting characteristic than beading, and even when those two are starting to recede, that does not mean the protectant is not there. It still can protect from UVA, UVB, and chemicals. It just isn't holding that tension on the surface like a fresh sealant would. So after a few rounds of the Citral 266, and after a full round of the 10 wash test, which is very impressive for really a protectant that's integrated into a correction fluid that can break down if it's overworked. Keep that in mind. Let's check the gloss hold. So that is how a protectant holds gloss after some torture, after a beating, after Mother Nature can throw up everything it can. And we'll see what we get now. I believe it was in the mid 95s, and it dropped just a few points, if that. So very impressive. If you want to look into it further, I'll have the link down below. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.